In this clip, we'll show you some different ways to approach interval recoveries and then show you some practical examples of them. Hey guys, David here, encouraging you to be active beyond the short term. The biggest difference in interval recoveries comes down to two variables. So bear with me as I unpack it all at first, and then I'll get all the information and put it all together and then tie it up in a nice little neat bow. Well, we hope so. But first, a quick recap of interval definition. Short times or distances of high intensity efforts with lower to no level of activity between each effort. Looking at lower to no level refers to variations in the type of recovery. One of these is passive recovery, where there is no movement at all during the recovery phase. This could give you visions of sitting in a deck chair just taking it easy. But if the effort is performed correctly, it does look more like this. For example, on a rowing machine, once the interval effort is over, you just sit there, catching air, till the recovery countdown is over, before going at it again. Meaning there's a big difference in heart rates between the effort and the end of a recovery. While as it sounds, an active recovery has you still moving between effort phases. Like on a bike, where after a hill climb effort, your legs keep ticking over in the recovery phase, meaning an active recovery requires additional output during the recovery phase. Back here at our interval definition, and our second variable is between each effort, which refers to the length of each recovery. If we have a longer recovery, the muscles have a chance to restock some of their lost stored energy when performing high level activity, as well as moving on the byproduct, lactic acid. While with shorter recoveries, the next high intensity effort begins with a reduced store of muscle energy and an additional buildup of lactic acid with each extra effort performed. Okay, are we all right? Don't worry, here comes the bow. Grab the bunny ears together, thread one through the hole and then pull. Oh yeah, I've never been good at this. Look, anyway, knowing the variables of type of recovery and length of recovery, we can create some very different types of interval recoveries. At one extreme, we can grab a passive recovery and add a really long recovery, which some purists believe is a true interval. While at the other end of approaching intervals, we could grab an active recovery and combine it with a short recovery, which others believe works better as the body has to deal with a huge amount of lactic acid. This is not to say you can't have like a long active or a short passive recovery either. It's all about trying to mix up those variables of recovery so we keep feeding that no challenge, no change principle for our bodies. Well, there you go. Did you find this useful? If you did, why not hit the old well done button below? Let's finish off with a quick summary. Variety in interval recoveries comes from either the type, be it active or passive, and then the length of that recovery, be it long or short. The clip on screen is also about intervals, so you might want to check that one out too. And hey, thanks for watching, and remember to be active beyond the short term. Or short.